Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for what? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. I sound drunk. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today's video is a bit impromptu. It might just me. For context, one of the big reasons why this channel even exists is because this channel exists is because many years ago I made a video called We Don't Know an Awful Lot About What Might Be Going On Behind the Scenes. It's very difficult to sort of, oh my God. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know that footage is a bit of a weird way to start a video where I'm meant to be talking about Shane Dawson's reaction to my most recent video about him being body shamed, but I didn't clickbait you. I didn't fabricate that tweet, I promise. It did happen, we will talk about it. There is a bit of a bigger lesson that I learned courtesy of Shane and courtesy of what happened this week that I really wanted to share with you, and it really inspired me to want to be a bit more honest about what's been going on with me and why I took a bit of a break from the channel earlier this year. I put out a video talking about Shane's response to being body shamed on his channel last Friday. Never expecting, as per usual, that anybody who I would make a video about would see it. That's rarely the point when I make those videos. It's really that it gives us an opportunity to make a comment about how awful it is to be body shamed and how unnecessary it is and how damaging it can be, to talk about the prevalence of eating disorders, the different kinds of eating disorders, to spread awareness and to clear up misinformation, or to challenge bad diet advice that might be provided by a YouTuber or a celebrity. It's usually kind of taking that person as an example and trying to reach you guys. Never in a million years thinking that probably the most loved YouTuber on this platform is going to see it, until I woke up, I think it was a couple of mornings ago, and had lots of notifications on my Twitter, which never really happens because my Twitter can be a little bit of a quiet, lonely place given I don't use it very often, and woke up to see that Shane had tweeted out my video and made a lovely comment about the fact that he doesn't really watch videos about him. And his tweet was specifically, "Thank you, What Mia Did Next, for your words in this video. It really lifted my mood today. I usually don't click on videos with my name in the title, but I'm glad I clicked on this one." So you can imagine I had an out-of-body experience, called my sister, and screamed so loud that she thought that somebody in our family had died. So big apologies to Sarah for that, but I'm sure you can understand why. That was surreal and amazing for a few reasons. First of all, never thought he'd see it. Always feel pretty safe talking about someone when you're 110% confident they're never going to hear what you're saying. Second of all, for a more personal reason, which I shared with him when I responded on Twitter, was that he was one of the few people who could get a laugh out of me over the last 12 months. I've had a pretty rough, humorless year, obviously with my dad passing away, and then the fires, half a kilometre from my house a couple of months ago. Literally would watch his 10 million subscribers video and the video where they went to Toys R Us and everything messed up, and would genuinely laugh, which was like a gift. And it was only Shane and a couple of other YouTubers who could actually get that reaction out of me. It was part of my coping mechanism. That, and just watching the Harry Potter movies on a loop for weeks on end. And third, and most importantly, and the reason I wanted to show you the footage at the beginning of this video, is because I never thought I would ever be able to help anybody again, and now I'm getting upset. As you guys know here, really tough year the last year. Moving to America in July of last year to take care of my dad in the last months of his life. I've shared with you guys that I've struggled a bit with anxiety and depression since my dad passed away last year. But what I hadn't shared with you, what I haven't felt comfortable to share with you until recently over on Instagram, is that in October of last year, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress. Everything that goes into caring for someone when they pass away from cancer is difficult enough, but the last hour of my dad's life was, there is no other word for it other than horrific. And I had to make some choices that I can't share specifically, that no one should ever have to make for someone they love, that you wouldn't make any other choice for someone you love, but that I hope that no one is ever in that position, ever. And for a long time, I thought I was fine. I was still able to work, I was still able to make videos, I was putting out a podcast every week, I was running workshops, I was coaching clients through their recovery. I was fine. I kept turning to my sister and saying, I should feel worse than this. With everything that we've been through, moving our lives halfway around the world, losing someone as amazing and important as our dad, witnessing what we witnessed at the end of his life, like, it should be worse than this. I shouldn't be coping. And the truth is, you cope for as long as you have to. And being totally away from our entire support system and basically fending for ourselves over there until we got home, we didn't have time to fall apart. So it wasn't until I got home that I had to deal with it. And I had to deal with it because I couldn't do anything because I was completely consumed by panic attacks. For the first couple of months that I was home, Mum would find me in the fetal position, just trying to get myself safe and trying to get myself, able to breathe. And I would just have tears pouring down my face because I was just so shocked by what was happening to me. I hadn't felt like that since before I went into recovery for my eating disorder. And full credit to her, she got me in the car, she got me up to the doctor, got me in front of a psychologist, and I've been, doing really well since then. But it totally affected my ability to create. I would sit in front of the camera and I would start talking, and what you saw at the top of this video would happen for hours and hours and hours until I would just end up in floods of tears, just thinking, not only have I lost my dad and my life has kind of blown up in so many ways, just aside from this huge loss, but now I've lost this thing that is so important to me, which is trying to help, which is talking to you guys. My advocacy and creativity and work on this channel is a huge part of my identity, and I couldn't do it. I had this constant critical voice in my head that would tell me, you're not going to be able to help anyone ever again. Like, look at what you're creating. I would watch back what I'd filmed after hours, where it used to take me 20 minutes. You can watch my old videos. I used to start talking and finish talking, and that would go up on the internet. No edits, no adjustments, no retakes, nothing. And that was totally gone. So I followed my instinct and I took a break for a few months. And you were all beautifully encouraging of that, as you always are. And then I started to feel this pull to come back to the channel and to start making again, and just sort of dip my toe back in the water and realized I can do this. I can help. I can create. I don't have to be perfect at it. I can be gentle with myself. I can work my way back up to being confident and feeling like what I'm doing is valuable. But I still struggle. I still have that critical voice in my head. I made that video about shame, being body shamed last week, and I watched it back, and that voice said, this is not going to help anyone. Your work has no value. What you say doesn't make sense. You are just putting a video out there because you feel like you have to. And then your comments start rolling in and prove that voice completely wrong. Give me the evidence to say that I'm allowed to challenge it, and I'm allowed to say that maybe it's not right, that maybe I need to be more gentle with myself, that I need to manage my expectations, that I need to stop being perfectionistic, that I need to lower my expectations about how much you can heal and how quickly you can heal from the last 12 months of my life. And what would I expect of somebody else? And then, as if that wasn't enough of a reminder and a gift from you guys, I then woke up to find that it had actually helped the person it was about. How wild is that? That my brain can tell me what you do has no value, you can't help anyone, and for me to be so certain of it, and for it to feel true, to feel like a fact, to feel like it's right and it can't be challenged. And then here is this undeniable evidence that that is not true. How can the critical voice in my head be right and Shane Dawson be right at the same time? This week was such a powerful reminder for me that I have got to be prepared to prove that critical voice in my head wrong. Just like you have to be prepared to prove your eating disorder voice wrong. My critical self could not have been more wrong this week. So now when I sit and I make a video like today and that demon voice tries to pop up and say, you're not helping anyone, you can't do this anymore, something happened to you which sort of robbed you of your ability or capacity to do this work or to reach people or to be allowed to have this community, I can now point to evidence to say, I can challenge that. It might scare me to challenge it. I'm probably going to put this video out and be like, oh God, this is the one. This is the one where I'm going to be exposed as a fraud, where everyone's going to be like, oh Mia, actually you've never helped me. You've never said anything useful or valuable. And this video made me realize it. I have to keep challenging that until my brain wires itself in a way that it doesn't automatically beat me up or it doesn't automatically fall into these belief systems. I've got to keep building the evidence that it's not telling the truth. That's how I'm going to get on top of this little mental health mountain that I have to climb. This anxiety and post-traumatic stress stuff that I am tackling and doing it as best I can and getting some really good results. It's not going to get me. It's not going to beat me. And I'll tell you how I know that, because of evidence. My eating disorder didn't get me. My eating disorder didn't beat me. And this thing doesn't have a chance to either. So thank you to Shane Dawson for that huge chunk of proof that I can now use every time I sit in front of this camera and start beating myself up. And most importantly, thank you to you guys who are my constant source of evidence and support that what we have here, what this community does and is so much more valuable and such strong evidence that that voice in my head is lying and yours is lying too. You've just got to be prepared to take the risk to find the evidence that it is wrong. And I'm going to keep doing that because I'm going to hit publish on this video. Okay guys, come and find me on Instagram and Twitter under What Mia Did Next. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Much love, take care, bye guys.